Voice of Indonesia.
Voice of Indonesia from Indonesia to the world. Listener, Indo Defense Expo and Forum 2025 is held from June 11th until June 14th, 2025 at Jexpo Kemayoran, Jakarta. And it has been opened officially by President Prabowo Subianto on Wednesday. And to know much more about this event, let's have a conversation with Head of Information Bureau of Indonesian Ministry of Defense, Bapak Brigadier General TNI Frega Wenas. Pak Frega, how are you today, Pak Frega?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you today?
I'm fine too. Thank you for your time, Pak Frega, to join the special interview for today.
My pleasure. It's an honor. Thank you for inviting me.
Right. Well, the Ministry of Defense, as the host of Indo Defense 2025, carries the theme Defense Partnerships for Global Peace and Stability. So what does the theme mean for Indonesia, Pak Frega?
Well, basically, the theme that we chose for this year is Defense Partnership for Global Peace and Stability. It means shows the commitment of Indonesia, not only showcasing and organizing Defense Expo and Forum, but also at the same time, we are trying to nurture partnership, defense corporations, because through this platform, we can have more interaction, not only between government delegation with other government delegations, but as well as the private sectors, from the private company, defense industry, and at the same time also encourage the involvement of civil society, which is good. And hopefully through the interaction that we facilitate through this event, it will encourage more cooperation in the future, and that can contribute to the establishment of global peace and stability.
Well, we know that there are lots of participants, including from Indonesia and also from other countries, Pak Frega. Could you explain the number of exhibitors, international companies, including national defense companies or producers or manufacturers who have been confirmed to attend this Indo Defense?
This first event was established in 2004, and over time, from that year until this year, 2025, the number has multiplied significantly, and this year, I think we have an increase of about 200 participants. So in total, this year we have 1,180 participants coming not only from the local defense companies, but also from the international companies. Per today, as what I have in my data, we have 659 foreign companies participating as exhibitors, and the remaining 521 are the local companies. So it shows that the dominance of foreign participants, it shows that the significance of this event as one of the international events in the region, where we can also not only facilitate engagement within government and government delegation, but also with the private sectors. And there are in total 55 countries representing whole participants, including exhibitors. We also have 76 delegate members and representing 42 nations, coming from the Minister of Defense level, Vice Minister level, Chief of Armed Forces, or Deputy or Vice Chief of Armed Forces level, as well as Chief of Staff and some other representative. So we are delighted that we have more international participants this year compared to the previous one in 2022. And of course, with the great number, we also envision that in the coming years, in the next Indo Defense, we'll also invite more and more international partners as well as the local contributors.
So, Pak Frega, what you mentioned before about the number of exhibitors and even participants. It is also expected that tomorrow there will be more and more participants that will come.
For the visitor, we expect to have more visitors coming, but for the exhibitors, because we have a certain period of time where they need to register and also for preparations. So the number that I have is the final one, the delegation that we have 1,180 exhibitors coming from Indonesia as well as from other nations representing 55 countries.
Right.
And also, yeah.
Right. So how big and important is the Indo Defense event for Indonesia, Pak Frega?
Of course, this is one of the flagship of Indonesia's government, in particular the Ministry of Defense, because this event is organized biannually. Actually, this should be organized last year, but what we have, the political process that we have for the presidential election and House of Representatives. So we try to put our best and also for a very well through preparation. That's why we organized this June from 11 to 14 June. So this is a very significant flagship for us where we can showcase our national products produced by the state-owned enterprise, national defense industry, indigenous defense industry, as well as from the private sectors. And at the same time, we can also explore cooperation or also observe the most cutting-edge technology produced by other foreign defense companies. And at the same time, we also provide platform for defense diplomacy where the delegation can meet with other delegation as well with the private companies. So we try to also foster partnership, and this is good because this will help Indonesia to gain more recognition, especially the commitment of President Prabowo, starting when he served as the Minister of Defense and currently as the President. This is the concrete implementation of his policy, and as well the Minister of Defense, Syafrin Samsudin, also has similar policy to continue and develop what President Prabowo has developed while he was serving as the Minister of Defense. And this is good because in line with our foreign policy, good neighbor policy, where we try to multiply and foster international cooperation and partnership with many nations or countries in the world.
Okay. Well, being attended by many foreign ministers and even a defense minister and also delegations, I believe that there will be such their interest, Pak Frega, in purchasing Indonesian national products. So how do you see this, Pak Frega?
Yeah, I think this is one of the primary goals where we organize this event because we want to showcase, we want to demonstrate that our national defense industry is growing at the moment, and also we have an increasing level of capability where we can produce not only the land platform but also the naval platform as well as the air force platform. And we tend not only to fulfill the domestic demands, which is our national defense forces, but also we try to promote the products regionally. Some of our neighbor countries, they have also purchased from some of our state-owned enterprise as well as the private companies that collaborated with the state-owned enterprise. And of course, at the same time, not only selling our products and show our international, reputation, it shows that we can produce a world-class platform as well. But at the same time, we want to explore perhaps like partnership and cooperation where we can envision transfer of technology, joint production, or anything that will beneficial and mutual for Indonesia and all the involving parties.
Right. Well, we know that as the first time for this Indo Defense opened by President Prabowo Subianto, Pak Frega, we know that there have been more than 27 memorandums of understanding signed by the delegations. I mean, so can you tell us about that and also maybe their realization of this?
I think I need to clarify. Maybe the 27 that you refer to was actually the contract that was that were signed
Right.
between Ministry of Defense with the local Indonesia defense industry. So it's already a contract and includes a number of sectors, and as far as I know that we are trying to upgrade the 20 hospital owned by the Indonesian National Defense Forces. But the contract itself, it will provide a very significant amount of money, 33 trillion Indonesian rupiahs. And if we compare, I mean, if we try to accumulate contracts that we have signed from 2020, where President Prabowo served as Minister of Defense, up to 2025, this month, there are around more than 700 contracts, and with the total amount 230 trillion Indonesian rupees. So it shows that we are not only organizing expo and forum, but we bring money, because once we when we sign contracts, it means that there will be work, not only the defense industry but also like the local economies, because uh, w- like those who actually contribute to the big companies will also earn, and also small workers can also earn wages. And at the same time, uh, with the participation of those exhibitors, they need accommodation, they need transportation. It's also generate and also help our hospitality sectors also grow, because there will be more demands. We have 1,180 exhibitors. You can imagine, if each exhibitor bring, let's say, 5 to 10 persons, they need place, and also they need some logistics. It will also provide foster economics growth, and of course this will be beneficial for our country.
Well, Pak Frega, one of the most interesting things that what has been said by the opening speech of President Prabowo is he said by emphasizing Indonesia's commitment to building a resilient defense system while maintaining peaceful international relations. So, how does the Ministry of Defense respond to this perspective?
I think what has been said by President Prabowo in his speech on the opening ceremony is in line with the national constitution, because we have our past history where we are dealing with colonialism occupied by some nation, and that was very difficult for us. So we don't want that thing occur again in the future, and that's why we need to build a strong defense posture. And through the Indo Defense Expo Forum this year, it shows our capabilities and also the quality of the products of our indigenous or national defense industry. And at the same time, we also want to educate not only the locals but also the foreign visitors, delegates coming, about the progress of our modernization, our defense postures. And of course, uh, we also love peace, because mandated by the constitution, and we don't want bad things happen with us again, and therefore we need to ensure that our defense posture is sufficient enough to have a deterrence effect, so we can guarantee that there's no other nation or actors that will challenge or undermine our sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the safety of our nation, because that's very fundamental. We love peace, but at the end of the day, we love more independence, and therefore we have to build a strong defense posture to guarantee there will be no intervention from other nation or other actors.
Well, what we have got, I mean, the information, Pak Frega, during the Indo Defense, Minister of Defense, Shafri Samsudin, also convey about the defense products are now designed by Indonesian young generation. It means that it also marks the era of the rise of young national technocrats who are ready to encourage defense industry. So how do you see, Pak Frega, about the role of Indonesian young technocrats in manufacturing about Indonesian national defense products?
Yeah, I think that is very true with the statement of Minister of Defense Shafri Shamsuddin, because when we talk about defense, it's not only an exclusive thing belongs to the Minister of Defense or Indonesian National Defense Forces, but it belongs to every Indonesian citizen based on the constitution. It's the right, but also it's the responsibility of everyone. So we encourage more participation from civil society, not only becoming military personnel, but also if you work like, let's say, like in the defense industry sector, well, you try to conduct research and development, and you invent something. And what we actually witnessed yesterday at the opening ceremony is the signing of the product of the Indonesian young generation, where they produce the tactical vehicle, which is electronic vehicle based, and also it is named Pandu, as it represents the sign of a pioneer. So President Prabowo envisioned that this will be a starting point to have more and more products generated and invented by the young Indonesian people, because we have a very um, highly skilled, also highly competent human capital and human resources. What we need is actually to maintain our optimism and also collaborate with the proper channel, with the proper mechanism. I firmly believe, the Minister of Defense firmly believe that we can elevate our capacity, and also perhaps in the long run, in the next forthcoming years, we will have more national products will be broadcasted or will be sold throughout the world, and that will be a recognition of our products, of our identity as a nation, as a country, Indonesia.
Right. So let's come to the final question, Pak Frega. What are the main targets or goals of the defense, Indo Defense 2025, and even what will be achieved for this international event, Pak Frega?
Okay. First, because it's an international event, Indo Defense, it means that we try to foster and also implement defense diplomacy where partnership in line with the theme this year, more cooperation will be generated, will be more strategic partnership with our partner nation, partner countries, be it in the region or worldwide. This is part of defense diplomacy. The second one, of course, we want to showcase our technology development, what we have produced with the innovation of our own Indonesian young generations. And of course, this will be beneficial where we can promote this product and earn more revenue, not only for the defense sectors, but also for the national economy, because it will generate more works, trickle down effect for economic sectors. There will be more jobs for people, more income for people at the below level, and in general, it will contribute positively to our economic growth. And the third point that I want to underline is actually we try to also encourage investment and also transfer of technology, because with the capacity that we have, there will be more opportunity to track other countries to organize or conduct a joint production, joint venture, or joint research and development, where it will be beneficial for those involving nation or countries. And the final point that I want to make is actually international reputation, because it's a global scale, international scale. We have more than 1,180 participants, representing 55 countries. And of course, this will show our commitment to manage our international reputation, and at the same time, recognition of our commitment to contribute to the global stage, global arena, as envisioned by our President Prabowo Subianto, and also supported by our Minister of Defense, Minister Shafri Samsudin.
Right. Thank you very much, Pak Frega, for the time and also attention to join this special review today. And
thank you very much as well.
We hope that this event, the agendas will also come, will also keep on running well, and also this will give much benefit and also goodness, not only for Indonesia, but also for other countries. Thank you, Pak Frega. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Pak. Yes. Well, listener, that was our special interview with, here as the head of Information Bureau of Indonesian Ministry of Defense, Brigadier General TNI Frega Wenas. And have a nice day. See you next time.
Voice of Indonesia.